നമ്മളോടൊപ്പമുള്ള അതിഥി വളരെ വിശേഷപ്പെട്ട ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വത്തിൻ്റെ ഉടമയാണ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തെ എങ്ങനെ വിശേഷിപ്പിക്കണമെന്ന് അറിയാതെ ആശയക്കുഴപ്പത്തിലാണ് ഞാനുള്ളത്. കാരണം വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗത്ത് അദ്ദേഹം ആരൊക്കെയാണ് എന്ന് വിവരിക്കുന്നതിനുപരി അദ്ദേഹം ആരല്ല എന്ന് വിവരിക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും കൂടുതൽ എളുപ്പം. കൂടുതൽ മുഖവുര ഇല്ലാതെ തന്നെ കടക്കട്ടെ. പ്രൊഫസർ ഡോക്ടർ ഇ ബാലഗുരുസ്വാമിയാണ് നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഇന്ന് അതിഥിയായുള്ളത്. വെൽക്കം സർ. നമസ്തേ. Actually, we are much honored to have you here, sir. We would start with your philosophy in teaching only. The skill teaching. You have always emphasized on the skilled teaching.
Yes, yes.
Actually, it begins with those who are skilled.
Skilled in teaching.
Okay, sir. So, in our country now, do we have all the skilled teachers only?
Very good question actually. In fact, the skill is a very important component of an educational process.
Yes.
Skill development. Today, if you look at Indian education system, both schools as well as in colleges, one of the major weakness is the skill development. Lack of skill development in both school education as well as higher education. That has reflected basically in employment actually. Today, industries say all over India, 90% of the science and arts graduates are not employable.
Right.
Similarly, about 80% of the engineering graduates, supposed to be skill-oriented degree, 80% of them are not employable.
Yes.
That shows very clearly we have somewhere on the line we have forgot to impart skills which are essential for arts, science graduates as well as engineering graduates. So that's one of the reasons why our graduates, when they come out of the schools and colleges, are not able to get themselves employed usefully or start something on their own. See, you need a skill,
Yes.
not a degree.
Yeah.
So I always tell, last few years I have been telling them, India produces engineering graduates but not engineers. Please
Yes,
remember
sir,
that.
absolutely.
Engineers means skill, but only produce graduates with no skills. Only a surface learning. What happens in the universities and school education is today surface learning. Just rote learning, surface learning, write exam, get marks. But when they go out, they lack total skills necessary in their own field of domain.
Yes.
That is very bad today. That's why we are not able to get good engineers for manufacturing, electronic industries, processing industries, you know.
Yes.
You don't have good engineers. One side you have unemployment. Other side to go to industry, they say, sir, we don't find skilled people for our employment. There's a lack of skilled people available for us. That's what they say even today. But the people are not employed. There's a big gap between what industry needs, what we impart as a education in the schools and colleges. So skill is very important. That's why I always say, unless the teachers are skill oriented, you cannot impart the skills to the students.
Yes.
So that's why I tell, no, the skill begins with the teachers actually.
Yes,
You
yes.
should be skill oriented, no?
Yeah. So you always point about the grassroots problem of this skilled education, which lies in the skilled teaching. And so the teaching curriculum or the teachers' training need to be modified, sir?
Absolutely, yes. You see, today one of the major issues is the quality of teachers and the quantity of teachers. Both are very bad in Indian system today. Take entire country today. There are 40 to 50% of the teaching positions are vacant, including IITs and IIMs. That's the reason why we are not able to do research more, because more people are now not available doing research there. The second, even the available 60% of the faculty, the quality of teaching is very bad. See, basically in the classroom, whether a school or a college, the teaching should be such you have to create a curiosity in the students, you know. You make students to think,
Right.
to make them creative individuals, you know. You have to create innovative youth.
Yes.
So for which teachers you have a teaching reading process. It's not the curriculum teaching. Please remember, we have to teach beyond curriculum. Today curriculum teaching, we don't need a teacher. You have a Google, you have books there, everything is there, everything available. Curriculum based learning you can learn, online learning, you know.
Right.
That's the difference between online and physical learning. So real learning is happens place only physical learning, where you have to develop curiosity, creativity, innovation. These are all the skills which are essential for 21st century industries today. Unless you create creative people, what is the worth of it? So knowledge alone is not going to sufficient. That's why today what we always say, we have surface learning, not a deep learning. And then we do not develop the skills like creativity, innovation, critical thinking, to problem solving, collaborative skill, working with the team, people working with them. You can't work individually, but for example, you are there, you have a team of people working together. You can't say I will work alone. So the collaborative skill and communication skill. Today all our boys, they have a knowledge but don't know how to communicate, how to share ideas, And that is a major problem today in our education system. So the teachers of the colleges as well as schools should come out of curriculum-based teaching.
Yes.
Teach something beyond curriculum.
We were talking about the higher education system in our country, prima facie. But you have always emphasized the 5+3+3+4 NEP curriculum, model of curriculum. So the early education, you have always emphasized the need of development of early education. The teachers in early education in our country, unfortunately, especially in the private sector, they are underpaid. So how can we expect so much skills to have been developed by them so that they can able to bring up the children?
So that is why the national education policy gives an important stress on early childhood education. Yes. That's what the 5+3+3+4 pattern. The 5 integrates kindergarten, UKG 1, UKG 2. All the 3 years are integrated into school education there. Now today what happens is before standard 1, UKG, LKG and pre-UKG is done in differently. Some ayas, what do you call, I don't know, Anganwadis. Yeah. They are doing Anganwadi, they have some ayas there. And that whatever ayas culture, character, these boys and girls learn it. That is where the very major problem today. Yes. So that now the new education policy says you have to integrate the 3 years into school with the first and second standard, make 5 years. That's a 5. This is the 5 very, very important molding, the cognitive development happens slowly. Up to 8th year, the cognitive development is almost, end of the 8th year almost comes to standstill. So this is the period where you have to concentrate on developing good moral values, good behavior. Yes. Children need that. So today what this new education policy says, these Anganwadi people have been trained minimum of 1 year in all aspects of child education there, early childhood education there, and they will be teaching those children there. In addition to that, it also says UNP, you have to give a breakfast. Today one of the most important things, morning breakfast. Yes. Children don't have, poor people, most of the below poverty line. So now the policy emphasizes these children, five, have a good breakfast, healthy breakfast, and provide them enough teaching learning process where they learn good things, moral behavior. That is very important. Speaking truth,
Yes.
That is the age,
Yes.
You have to learn all that.
Because we are bringing up our future citizens.
So future, if you want to have a morally, ethically strong society, we have to do moral, ethical values in a school education.
Yes.
Children education. That's what new education policy says. So 5+3+3+4 is an excellent good pattern there. The curriculum is designed as per the cognitive development,
Yes.
5+3+. And then every stage, the curriculum is improved to make them competent in their chosen field. That's what the vocational education, the new education policy says you have to put vocational education important common in the school education there. From 6th standard,
Yes.
you have to provide vocational education there. Something they have to learn with hand.
Yeah.
Today people do not know what is the hard work,
Yeah,
youngsters should understand what is hard work means, they have to understand it. So that is missing today. So when you come out of the +2, you have nothing, you can't do anything there if you don't get a higher education by chance. All cannot go to higher education. You see, more than 50% of them, there's no place. So what would they do with these boys? So that's why the new education policy very, very clearly says vocational education. In modern countries, Germany, Japan, or even Italy, UK, 90% of the students in school education get vocational education. So when leave the school, they become employable, or they can do something on their own.
Yes.
Do something. Even repair shop you can have. A cycle repair shop, metal you can shop. Anything you can have it. But today they don't have that skill. Simply plus 2, 200 out of 200, but good for nothing.
Yes.
No mark has no meaning unless you have a competence,
Yes.
And also when you learn that, you become a courageous man. When you know something you can do on your own, you become a courageous man. You don't depend upon others,
Yes.
So the free to think and become a level of your confidence goes up, you become a courageous individual, and you can do something on your own, depend upon the parents, don't depend on anybody.
Especially in Kerala, we export human skills more than any other products or goods,
That's
if you'd say.
correct.
And many of our students who excel in the school education or think with their own brain, they choose foreign universities
That's
for the
right.
higher education. And many of the high-skilled pass-out students go abroad to work.
See, that is the major problem of India. Last 2 decades I have been talking about it. In fact, in 2000 when Vajpayee, Prime Minister Vajpayee came to Coimbatore, I had a dialogue with him. I sat a dice with him in 2000 January in Coimbatore. At that time I mentioned, sir, we should concentrate on hardware manufacturing rather than software engineers producing. Because he was telling about we are producing more MCAs, more Bs, computer science students, all that. Then I told, okay, very good, but we have to produce manufacturing, hardware. One of the important reason is brain drain. As you rightly told, Kerala, not only Kerala, today, this year, about a week back, I read in one of the TV there, more than 7 lakh students have gone abroad for admission this year alone. 7 lakhs. And we have IITs, IIMs, universities, technical university like Anna University, Kerala Technical University. There is no reason why our boys should go outside. We have every area of specialization we have in this country. We have now 22 IITs are there.
Yes.
Still why we are going there? Because something, they don't have faith in our engineering, Indian education, because you don't develop them, as I told you, clearly, no. The second, they have money, maybe if they are educated, they will not get employment here. So if they go abroad, immediately get employment. So this is government of India should have a policy of retaining brain drain.
Yes, absolutely.
The government of all the state governments as well as central government, all of them jointly together should have a plan, a strategy. How do you retain the brain drain? Arrest brain drain. Retain our intellectuals inside the country. If you want to retain them, you have to motivate them. If a brilliant students of various schools and colleges, you give them a scholarship, a fellowship, give them good places, admission, you give them admission little without a problem there. And at the end of it, you should also promise employment. They will remain there. Yes. So you should have a plan. Government of India and the other state government should have a jointly a good policy how to arrest brain drain. If you arrest, you have to give them opportunity. Provide a good opportunity for higher education, national employment. Prime objective of the national policy is to develop our Indian youth, a competent, morally, ethically strong youth who are creative, innovative, so that they will be able to contribute socio-economic development of the country. That's the only single objective of the entire policy there.
You have always given the proper scientific explanation to each and every points, every highlights in the policy. But still, many states say, both of our states are opposing it by saying privatization or the centralization like points. But we have to foresee the development only, right, sir? And why the state governments are moving back from it?
No, the NEP, both the government of Tamil Nadu and Kerala is a political gimmick. They cannot find out anything wrong there. So far, to my knowledge, neither Kerala people or Tamil Nadu people have brought out clearly what is against
they cannot.
Student interest, what is against public interest. Nowhere. Only thing is Tamil Nadu says Hindi imposition. Nowhere, absolutely 100% wrong statement. The national education bus nowhere imposes Hindi. It says only 3 language formula.
Yes.
Education should be in mother tongue. No, up to 8th standard, compulsory mother tongue. Even beyond 8th also, if you want to continue mother tongue, you can continue. Even now they say higher education should be in mother tongue. No, when in north, some other state, they have started doing MBBS medical in Hindi. Some of the states there. So, education policy very clearly gives importance to the mother tongue. The second language, English. Only thing is you have the third language.
Yeah.
Any language. Kerala people can study Tamil, or Tamilians can study Malayalam or Kannada or anything else. The only third language doesn't say Hindi.
So they confuse people or what, sir?
Basically, it's a vote bank politics. Because people do not know, the people below poverty line still have to think a lot, They do not know what, only they think whatever your CM says is right, whatever my CM Salin says is right. That's what they feel, Illiterate,
Yes.
They can't think creatively. Our education is so bad, they cannot think creatively. Even a graduate of Tamil Nadu cannot think independently, Whatever Stalin says, whatever Udayanidhi says, whatever Kanimali says is correct for them, During election there, Kanimali told NEET is useless. If NEET comes there, even girls cannot study. The same Kanimali made a statement somewhere, the NEP implemented, girls will lose importance. Where is that? It's all false statements, basically to attract vote. Both of them know new education policy is good, but they do not accept publicly because of the politics, Both Tamil Nadu and Kerala, West Bengal, some of the states are three states basically against NEP. All other states are doing it.
Yes.
It's basically political. There's nothing 100% political. And if they say, see, the NEP very clearly says, I tell you, no document can satisfy 100% people.
Yes.
No document. After all, a committee of 10 people have produced document. There may be some areas where you can discuss it, improve it. So, NEP clearly says the state governments have right to change to suit the local needs some of the condensed curriculum. Clearly says that.
Yes.
The framework you have to follow national.
Yes.
See, India is a huge country, having 30 different cultures, 30 different languages, different level of economic development. So, country like India needs a unified, a comprehensive policy in education. You need, so that we can globally compete.
Yes.
You cannot have individual 30 different policies in the country there. You need a policy with the condition that each state can modify it, suit their local needs.
Yes. I hope that you have read about the Kerala government recently passed a law which eliminates governor as the chancellor from the universities.
Yes.
How does it implement into the autonomous of the university? What do you think about
I
it?
read it. It's very, very unfortunate actually. Not only in Kerala, even much earlier, Tamil Nadu government has passed a resolution
Yes.
replacing governor as a
And again
chancellor
Bengal
by the
too.
chief minister.
Yeah.
Both are equally bad. Similarly, West Bengal,
Yes.
some of the states have been in loggerheads with the governor. Maybe governors are not listening to them, maybe because if the governor say yes for everything, they would not have done it. Some governors are strict in approving their own law when you pass in assembly, so they are in loggerheads.
Yes.
The only way they can, this is the only easy way of taking some revenge against the governor. There is nothing else they can do, government, except the chancellor post. But unfortunately, the chancellor is a post created 100 years back, not by even the British times.
Yes.
Chancellor was there. Why chancellor is, governor is a chancellor? Because it's a non-political. A chancellor has to be a non-political person, so that there will not be any government political interference in the administration of the higher education. That's the main reason for that. And the act, whether university is either central or state university, are established by an act of parliament or an assembly. Once established there, these universities are autonomous. No government can interfere. Even CM cannot direct a chief minister, you should do that, you should not,
Yes.
vice chancellor, you should do that actually. I know I was a vice chancellor there.
Yes.
Nobody interfered there. In fact, I told CM Jalila that time, if any interference will be there, I will resign this post and go.
Yeah, we have heard about that so much.
And there was no interference at all. See, in autonomous body, academically highly able vice chancellor, if he can't do on his own, then what is the use of vice chancellor there? So, universities are academically autonomous institutions. No government can interfere. The highest authority of syndicate or senate. Any decision has to be approved by the syndicate senate, not the government. Government not approve at all, except money matters.
Yes.
So, but unfortunately, most of these states there, they want their own people to be appointed vice chancellor, so that they can also appoint other posts also, lecturers, students, everybody.
Right.
Even Kerala also, recently I heard about somebody, a secretary's relative was trying to appoint by
Yes, and unfortunately we are hearing
some
much
vice
news
chancellor
about
and
that.
that. See, because this is the unfortunate thing.
Yes.
And politicians or the IAS officers should not bother about these small petty things there. Education is very important. Education is the backbone of national development. And nobody should interfere in development of educational system and the quality of education there.
Yes.
It's absolutely bad, and this is unfortunate. It should not be done. It's against whatever Kerala done, Tamil Nadu done is against the interest of the higher education there. The moment it is done, hope they will not approve it. Both the governor have not signed it. In fact, I wrote a strong letter to the governor of Tamil Nadu,
Okay.
giving the reasons why he should not approve it. I requested him not to approve that law.
All right.
Because if the moment it is done, I tell you, I know the history in Tamil Nadu. You are all relatives of politicians. Everybody will become vice chancellor. The entire university become a political center for political activity, and the ultimate sufferers are youth of the country. There,
Yes.
no? And corruption will go. You know, Tamil Nadu, about few years back, the vice chancellor were sold auctioned, 5 crore to 50 crore.
Oh.
Yes. There was one vice chancellor in Tamil Nadu, announced he spent 50 crores to become vice chancellor of Anna University after me, somebody. 50 crores, of course he made 500.
It was somebody.
I know his
All
fellow.
right, okay.
And he made 500 crores. Somebody told, sir, how can you spend 50 crores? No, he made 500 crores. And nothing happened today. Still he is enjoying their life there, no? And they are not accountable. Today the vice chancellors are not accountable. They are highly protected by the politicians, because they are all part of the loot. Any wrong done by the vice chancellor should be taken seriously and punished, because the government is part of it.
Yes.
Then they protect him.
Yes.
There are some vice chancellors in jail there, some of them are on bail, but nothing happened because the political
Yes.
patronage
interference.
is there.
Yes. Yes. So, what do you foresee as the future of Indian youth now?
Indian youth, of course, India is a great country. You have got a lot of opportunities for grow and develop, provided you have an aptitude and interest.
Yes.
You should have a proper mind and proper attitude towards India. You should have a spirit of Indianism. If you have a patriotism,
Yes.
I think you can do a lot. India is a large country there, What is there, not there, India there.
Yeah.
Not that money, Ultimately, at the end of the day, you should know that what makes you happy.
Yes.
I think our Indian educational teaching should make of Indian youth committed to national building.
Exactly.
Everybody should have a commitment.
Yes.
Go abroad, get a degree there, get more knowledge, come back and do something for India. I don't say you do not go abroad. You have to see the people, you have to see their development. And come back with a more, vigor and come back. I do something like America. Somebody recently told, Nitin Gadkari told that India's roads will be as good as American road in another 5 years, 6 years. You have made a statement. I am absolutely delighted to hear that. Everybody should do that. Every Indian should have, yes, I will make something happen like America, some Japan, Germany. That urge should be there.
Yes.
I think that teaching, missing there. So ultimately, we should teach them how to live happily.
Yes. There are a lot more questions to ask her, but I'm afraid that we are running out of the time. So, one last but not least question.
Please.
Would you mind sharing some memories with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, sir?
Oh, okay. We are very, very close friends.
Yes.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was emeritus professor with me when I was a vice chancellor of Anna University. And we have selected as the President of India. He was with me.
Yeah.
In fact, I am very
You were
happy to
with
say
him
that I
always.
only signed his relieving
Yes,
order
yes.
to somebody's nomination.
Okay.
See, I have that privilege of doing
Yes,
it
yes.
because he was employed there. Because emeritus person employed one. But he is a great human being. He was very popular among youth and students. He was teaching another student there, transforming India using technology. That was topic we are given him doing it. But he has got a very good heart to make India a developed country. In fact, in 2002 July, I think 22nd July, the day he was elected, we both of us gave a press meet That he told, India will become a developed country in 2020.
Yes.
Unless you come out of that, we can never become developed country. And that is what Indian youth, we have to teach them.
Yes.
Each one should realize it. Each one to realize it. Each one has got obligation to contribute little bit. Everybody thinks, what can I do? No, but nothing will happen there. Everybody cannot become a Modi and do it. Modi will come today, tomorrow, even and somebody else will come there. It is the overall Indian people who have to take care of India.
Yes, sir. With great regret of limited time, I'm so sorry to stop the show. I know you have many more to talk about, and actually we have many more to listen to from you. Actually, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time and your knowledge, sir.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Mehmet. Thank you for Janam viewers. Thank you for Janam TV. Absolutely wonderful interaction.
Thank you.
I hope I will have more time to talk more things actually.
Yes.